Hello children. We continue with chapter 10 Circles of Standard 10. In this video, we are going to study about the theorem 10.2, which is based on the equality of the tangents drawn from a point outside the circle, and we are going to solve few questions from 10.2 exercise also. Let us know about the number of tangents from a point on a circle. Now here I have a circle and I am drawing various lines through a point which is inside the circle. If I do so, I get a lot of lines, but they all are secants. So I conclude that there is no tangent to a circle passing through a point lying inside the circle. I have one more circle and a tangent over there. The point of contact is point P. If I draw any other line passing through point P, that will not be a tangent, it will become a secant. So I conclude that there is one and only one tangent to a circle passing through a point lying on the circle. I have one more circle and a point which is outside it. Let me try to draw the tangents which are possible from that point. Here I am there with two tangents drawn from a point P which is outside the circle. The tangents are PA and PB. I can say that there are exactly two tangents to a circle through a point lying outside the circle. Here we are going to talk about the length of the tangents. The length of the segments of the tangent from the external point P and the point of contact with the circle, that means from P to A or from P to B. These are called the lengths of the tangents. In this figure, PA and PB are the lengths of the tangent. Here we begin with theorem 10.2. The lengths of the tangent drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. We are going to prove that PA and PB, which are the two tangents from a point P which is outside the circle, we are going to prove it to be equal. In this statement, we come to know that there exists a circle with a center O that we have named it, and P and PB are the tangents. Our aim is to prove that PA is equal to PB. Here I am joining A, P and B to the point O. So the construction is join OA, OB and OP. Let us begin with the proof. Here in the figure, I can make out that there are two triangles PAO and PBO. I am going to prove these two triangles to be congruent. For that, I'll take OA to be equal to OB. They are the radius of the same circle, so the reason is radii of the same circle. Angle PAO and PBO will be both 90. They are 90 degrees each because OA and OB are the radii and radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. So they are all equal. Next, PO is the common side, so I can say that PO is equal to PO. This is how I prove that the triangles PAO and PBO, they are congruent by RHS criteria. Once I prove the triangles to be congruent, I can say that PA is equal to PB because once the triangle becomes congruent, all the remaining parts are congruent. The reason is CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. This is how we prove that the lengths of the triangle from a point outside is always equal. Let us begin with the exercise now. Here I have the first question with me. From a point Q, the length of the tangent to the circle is 24. There is this point Q which is outside the circle and P is a point on the circle. QP is given to be equal to 24. And the distance of Q from the center, it is 25. So I can say that QO is 25 centimeter. I am told to find out the radius of the circle. Children, when I join OP, I get a right-angled triangle OQP, which is right-angled at point P, because OP is the radius and QP is the tangent, and we have already studied that the radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. I'm going to use the Pythagoras theorem in this right angle triangle to get the length of OP. So OP is equal to square root of OQ square minus OP square. Let me put the values. OQ is 25, so it is 25 square, and OP square is 24 square. When I solve it, I get the value of OP to be equal to 7 centimeter, and that is our first option. Let me begin with the next question, that is question number 2. In the figure, if TP and TQ are the two tangents to a circle with the center O, so that angle POQ is equal to 110 degrees, then angle PTQ is equal to, let me find PTQ. Now if I look at that figure, I get to know that PTQO is a quadrilateral. So I can use the angle sum property of quadrilateral because angle O is given to be 110, and we already know that angle P and Q, they are 90 each. They are 90 each because radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. Now angle P plus O plus Q plus T is 360. Let me substitute all the values. Only one unknown is there, that is angle T. When I solve for angle T, I get angle T as equal to 70 degree, which is my second option. Let's move to the third question. If the tangents PA and PB from the point P to a circle with center O are inclined to each other at an angle of 80. They are inclined to each other at an angle 80 means the angle between them is 80 degree. That means angle APB is 80 degree. It is shown in the figure. Then angle POA is equal to, I have to find the angle POA. Let me begin with the quadrilateral PBOA. I am again going to use angle sum property of a quadrilateral, and this is how I will get the measure of angle AOB to be equal to 100 degrees. Now I have to find angle POA. If I join OP, I know that I get two congruent angles. Angle PAO and PBO, they are congruent. This we have already proved. Using that property, we can say that angle POA will be equal to POB. That is why it is half of it. And we get to know that angle POA is equal to 50 degrees. That's all for this video. We'll come up with the next questions in the coming videos. Thank you everyone.